office blowing parts of the box office and lobby. Texas Theater opened up in 1927, or 1926 rather. It was the first movie theater to show the movie Wings, which was the first movie to gain an Academy Award, which coincidentally was filmed here in San Antonio. And have any of you ever seen that movie with about Howard Hughes? What's it called? The Aviator? Yeah, he's the one who bankrolled that. That's the movie they were talking about that he bankrolled. Now the thing is, in the 80s, it fell into financial hard times. They were actually going to tear down this building, the Texas Theater. But AT&T at the time, SBC stepped in. They said, "Hey, look, we'll say what we can, and we'll add it." And that's what they did. And now part of the structure is actually used as part of their office building today. Okay, now if you look in front of us, you're going to see a very tall, imposing building. This is the Milan Building. The Milan Building was the first building, well, not the first building, the first skyscraper at the time in 1928. It was the first building to have a...
Then they'll flood it. Then they'll flood it. It will go up like an elevator. Yeah. Then we come back, there'll be elevator.
Somebody will get wet?
No, they just let the water go under us.
And what's this level of the old blue gate?
Yeah. There's walkways in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Now, roughly takes 3 minutes to go through this thing. So what you guys conventioning? Are you conventioning at the convention center? Or are you at the hotel?
What they've done, then you no, it's still running, but it's just well, that's not.
It's only 37 feet wide.
We only have 4 of the bigger ones. Oh, yeah. Panama, they have rural tracks.
You used to use the mule before, no?
I bet they did, yeah. They use mules, yeah.
Maybe it was the steep, rough part of it.
That you actually go to
There might be a snake here.
but they're little, like, wider than this, but I mean, nothing like that.
One in Panama, they said if they didn't build the one in Panama and just opened it up to connect the oceans, they said by the time the waters and the oceans leveled out, there'll be a 6-mile gap. That's why they had to build that out. They could just let the water go out, the oceans would come and flow so much. By the time they got done running over water, it'll be like a 6-mile gap. That's how different the level they are.
Montana. Now this is cool. What he did was he set up recorders. He set up recorders all along the San Antonio River, not just in our section, but the whole natural river. It's 136 miles long. And all this is natural, like natural sound that he recorded. But he also has hidden microphones along here, like along the river, that all can pump in the natural sounds. So during the day you have active sounds, and then at night you have more of the nocturnal sounds filtered in.
Once you see the bottom of your water, that's clean.
Yes, ma'am. The river has always been here. It was actually discovered. The river was actually discovered in 1691 by Spanish explorers. Pardon? Yes, ma'am. Or actually sunfish. Replicas of sunfish, which is the native fish I told you that's in the water that eats the mosquitoes. These fish light up. It is super cool. They're on a timer though, and we're not going to be able to get to see it. But they're actually 25 underneath this bridge. They have 26, but the 26th one is actually in the Museum of Art. Now, at first, there's also a bat colony that's under here that comes out at dusk. It's actually pretty cool. They have pop around for like 20 minutes or so. Now, at first, they actually weren't sure. They thought they were going to have to relocate the bats because they didn't want them falling on the fiberglass sunfish. But as it turns out, the bats actually nest on the sides over here, closer to where the highway ramp meets the ground. So that was pretty cool. But if you guys come up here, like if you're here tomorrow, the next day, and you come out here around like 8:30ish or so, you can actually see the bats coming out. It's super cool. Like represent Neptune. And then also on top, if you guys are into icons, that's actually an outline of the version of Water the Bay. It's like Mexico's national state. That's funny, you know. I would say here in America, there's certain people who see all in everything. Here, you see her in every tortilla. How cool is that? Pretty good. Yeah, they were there, they just weren't lit. And like that day, it doesn't look like anything. But during the course of this building, of this construction of this building, his wife died. Very sad. But he loved his wife so much that he made a design change to the building, and he made it the most well-lit building in our night sky, and it remains that way today. The reason? Because he wanted his wife to look down from heaven and see what he had done.
Oh, wow.
And that's a true story. I didn't tell that just to make the ladies melt.